You too. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I
Happy
done told
Tuesday.
everybody. I said I know most of y'all are gonna drop off of this because we get ready to talk about email marketing, and a lot of people are not gonna want to hear it. But we're gonna have it. I'm hosting, so that means when we're done, I'll download it and send you a copy so
Sure.
that you can have it. And I'm gonna post it in my coaching group because the information that we cover in these coaching calls are always really, really good. And I got a couple of questions that I want to ask you because I want your opinion on
Okay.
them because you are the expert. So
I
I'm gonna go
pretend to
ahead
be.
and introduce myself, and then I'm gonna let Emmanuel introduce himself. I'm Deshaun Russell. I'm the owner of Southern Elegance Candle Company. I am also a consultant. I coach with my coaching program is called Road to Revenue, and then I have a VIP group that is called Hobby to Wholesale for those people that are really ready to take it to the next level. I also have a life coaching program called Flourish, and so I got my hand in a whole lot of little buckets. But the main thing that I do is run Southern Elegance Candle Company, which is a multi-million-dollar home fragrance business. Now let Emmanuel tell you about who he is.
Yes, and I'm Emmanuel Leah, CEO of Leah Systems, where we build systems that build brands online and help e-commerce entrepreneurs go from 5 figures a month to 6 figures a month to 7 figures a month in revenue without wasting a fortune on ad spend or working themselves to death to do it, using our systems that we have put in place in our own brands that we've helped take to $5 million a year in revenue in just 2 years and $30 million over the last 5 years. And we've helped 12 different brands hit 6 figures a month, and six of them help 7 figures a month in revenue. So these systems work. 7 figures a month. Yep. First month. Yeah. So these systems work. I tell you, I love sharing them with people. So thank you for allowing me to come here and share with the audience how this works, because I don't want anyone to struggle with avoidable mistakes. We can help shortcut their learning curve.
Okay, so I got a question. So I was in a group and this lady said that she had a guy that was doing her website and he told her not to have a pop-up for emails because it messes with the SEO. What do you think? What do you think? Because I wanted to type something, but I said, let me mind my business because I have my opinion. What do you think? Because you're good at both. Tell me what you think.
So the first thing I say is that is incorrect. The pop-ups
Okay.
do work. The only people who say don't use a pop-up are the people who are annoyed themselves with pop-ups. However, the data does not support not using pop-ups. We've pushed tens of millions of dollars of revenue through that pop-up. People are familiar with it now. It's almost like saying you should charge for shipping, or you should have people before at the checkout sign up for a guest for a account before they check it. Nobody does that. And do what works. You don't do that. This is another one of those myths. Use the pop-up. Now, what is better to do, if what I'll allow or talk to people about, is have a 30-second delay or have it go on the second page of the website. That's okay. Because the thing is, what you're really saying when you're saying don't do the pop-up is don't give people a secondary option other than purchasing. I do not agree with that at all. You need to give people another reason to go further with you than just the purchase. They may not be ready to purchase. Maybe they're on the bus or they're on the train and they're not ready to buy. They want to get back to their computer at home. They need it. They want to sign up for your email list so that when they get home, there's that welcome email they can click on and come back to your site. Okay, so at least give them an option. So if you're not going to do a pop-up, have a fly out at the bottom, one of those little things that flies out, or have a dedicated footer or header, but collect emails as a secondary call to action.
I agree. I thought it was a very bad idea because some people's lead magnet, what they're giving away, is so compelling that they'll get the email just off of their lead magnet. So one of the things that I coach my mentees is like, listen, have something so compelling that even if they don't want something in the moment to buy from you, they're willing to give you their email for whatever is free that you're giving away, but make it compelling enough that they want to give you that email right away. So I have one lady that does like luxury candles, and she's doing a 10 things to know about luxury interior design or something like that.
That's
And
great.
it is so amazing. I'm like, oh my God, I would give you my email just to get this document because it is like magazine quality. So even if they don't buy from her immediately, at least she is confirming in people's mind that they are a part of her tribe. They are her people. And so it's solidifying, hey, when they get this document, they download it, they're looking at it, they're like, oh, she is speaking my language. And if she continues to send them emails in that welcome series that speak their language, they are eventually going to be compelled to buy, even if it is just one of her promotional events. Because, sometimes people don't want to pay full price for a thing. And so even if it's one of the promotional events, eventually I think that they will buy.
Agreed. And really, you hit the nail on the head. You're confirming that this person isn't just a stranger. Because the majority of your website traffic are people you will never hear from again. Strangers,
Hmm.
right? If
Hmm.
you're doing well conversion rate, you're above 2%, but that's only 2 out of 100 people. 98 of them probably will never come back, right? So in 98, you want another way to capture more of that 98. Maybe if you catch 5%, if you do 5% email capture, you are killing it. So that's
Okay, so then my next question is, I spoke about a lead magnet. How do you determine, because you really want to build a quality email list. It's not like you want to just give away something for free for the sake of giving it away. So how do you build that quality email list b- using that pop-up?
Yeah, so a lot of people will disagree with the idea of giving a discount. I do think discounts work because of this reason. The way you determine what should be your lead magnet or your offer is something that gives you an indicator of interest, right? That this person's interested in eventually buying from you. The most obvious way is to give them a percentage off of your product. That what better way to know they want to buy your stuff than to give them a percentage off of your stuff? Now, barring that, if you don't want to give them a discount off, you can give them a bundle offer.
Mhm.
Hey, if you sign up, you can get a bundle. And barring that, if you still don't want to give away product or any kind of promotion, then give them some type of information that still gives you an indication of interest. So, like what you described with the luxury candle interior design, that lets that person know this person is interested in luxury and candles. So, there's still a really good indicator that they are interested in buying what you have to offer in the future.
How much of a discount do you recommend?
10 to 15%, depending on how much your product is. If your product is, the discount is going to be less than $10, just give $10 off. If
Mhm.
it's going to be more than $10, the discount, then give 10% off. It's just that you want double digits, basically, at a
Dang,
minimum.
I get 25% off. Mine
Yeah,
might be
well,
too high.
you might be. You probably could
Now,
save
it,
some
it
margin.
converts. Let me say it converts. So
That's good.
I mean, and our return customer rate is very high. So I know that I'm probably, why does this come across my TikTok daily? Sir, I'm gonna help you. Hold on. He don't ever have to worry about seeing this again, because I know I ain't been on TikTok because we all know that I've been banned. But it converts very well, and our return customer rate is very high. So I know I may be losing a couple of dollars on the front end, but I don't have to worry about like getting new customers on the back end. So
Yeah.
I tell people my main thing about that pop up is to make it compelling enough that people really do want to give you their email. And so if you're selling a $10 product and you say here's a dollar off at $9, that doesn't feel like a good thing. So I tell them if you're going to do 10%, then you need to do something else with it. So 10% and some really good lead magnets so that the combined value, because I read a study that said people put the value of their email at $25. And so they need to feel like whatever you're offering them is equivalent to about $25 in the long run, however long that long run is in their mind. But if you can give it to them immediately where they feel like they get like the magazine style book and a discount, they immediately want to give you their email. So I
Absolutely.
thought that was really, really interesting.
And another thing that you can play around with that 25% off, a lot of people don't realize you can segment people who see their pop up to try different things. Like you mentioned, first time visitors versus repeat visitors. You can
Hmm.
offer it only to first time visitors or only to repeat visitors or offer 10% to repeat and 25% to first time visitors only.
Yeah, and that was my next thing. Do you feel like it needs to be personalized and segmented? But you went right into it saying absolutely, absolutely. I
I
think that
personally
Go
Don't,
ahead.
because it's difficult, because a lot of folks aren't getting enough traffic to make that statistically significant. Your brand, you're doing volume. So you can afford to make a test that will give you a good result. And also because you have a question. And then you can
Hmm.
make it temporary. It doesn't have to be forever with any of this stuff. Just try it for a little while, turn that
Hmm.
25% and maybe do a A/B test sample, not even
Hmm.
first time visitor versus return. Just 50% of my traffic will see the 10%, 50% will see the 25%, and see which one converts to sales better. And if you get the 10% one, and even if they do the same, well, the 10% one is going to be the winner because you have better margins on
You
10% business.
know, I, I I wasn't tech savvy enough to do an A/B split. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. So we started at 10%, saw how it converted. Not very well. So then we went to 15, saw how it converted. It was like, all right. Then I was like 20. I was like, let's see what 20 does. So like every like couple of weeks, we just increased it until we hit 25, and we found at 25 that it was converting at I think like 13 or 14% or something fairly high, because
Yeah.
our lowest candle or our lowest product was like $10. So they can get $2.50 off of our lowest priced item. And
Hmm.
so that felt like a real deal to them. And it felt like they got in the door with our cheapest candle. And then they just came back and bought more and more and more. And so, but we did something. I just wasn't like smart enough to be like, oh, just be doing it, you know.
And
But
it's
I
not
told,
and
yeah.
it's not your fault. It used to be extremely complicated to do that. You had to pay hundreds of dollars a month for like just Uno or
Hmm.
Privy to get this, and it wasn't worth it. But Klaviyo has built it into their software and made it much, much easier than in the past. And actually, another little nuance to this, the third option for your your pop-up strategy is you can also turn off the discount during sales or during, like we talked about last week, during viral moments. That's
Yeah.
another way to play
Now,
the game too.
I'm gonna tell you, this is what I love about Shopify. I create on my website, my discounts do not apply to sale items. So anytime something goes on sale, it's
Yeah.
marked. You know what I'm saying? And so if they try to use a coupon, they can't. But I tell them good, because they always email me, be like, I can't use my coupon. I'm like, the item is already on sale. Only one discount can be applied at a time. Save it for your next purchase. Go ahead and purchase now, but save it for your next purchase. So
That's
we
smart. I
almost
like that.
get two purchases in one off of those types of events. And we're always running some type of promotional event just to get people in. So, my next question.
Wait, sorry, can I do that last one? When you're going viral, people are already coming to buy. Like you've been getting sales out the wazoo. You may as well get full price sales. They're already coming prime for sales. You could even turn off the discount
So,
during time periods
you
like
know what? Listen. I thought about that. That's an interesting point. So we've been viral enough to know. Like I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. So our viral, when we went viral the last time, we discounted um a best-selling candle. We discounted it, right? We did multiple double digits. I don't want to say exactly how much we did, but we did an incredible volume in sales. And I think it's because the perceived value of that candle was so high that when people got, now you got to understand, we sell expensive candles now. It's not like we selling some cheap candles. So when you get there, we're already on the high end of what you're going to pay for a candle. So when we discounted it to what, I hate to say normal people, but like regular people would pay for a candle. When they got there, they didn't go, "Oh my God, these candles are so expensive. I'm not going to buy it." They went ahead and bought it, and so we have multiple orders of just one candle, and I know that those people probably would not have paid for it at full price.
true.
Our margins are good. And so that's another thing that I tell people, make sure that you know your margins so that when you do something like this, you know exactly how much you can give up. But I'll tell you how much we did when we get off this call. It was a lot.
Wow.
And we're still getting those orders out because we had that many orders.
And see, this
Um,
works well for you because you have the margin to support. This
mhm,
strategy is more so for clients that or people that don't have that kind of margin to play with, so that
mhm,
when sales scale up, they're just shooting product out the door real fast. They actually
mhm.
need to slow down sales and increase margin because they're running out of product too fast or they don't have the capability to make. This is another way they can trigger slowing that down, but still maintaining the revenue.
Yeah, and I think the difference between me and some other companies is that we actually make our product.
Exactly.
So we don't have the inventory issue. If we run out, we just make more. You
Right.
know, whereas if you are doing third party manufacturing, you may only have a set number. And then when you run out, it's even worse because then people are angry, why you ain't got it, whatever it is, or you don't have the widget, and they're angry. So for us, we did not have to turn off the website, although it did crash and people could not check out because we had so many people checking out. And on Shopify, that is incredibly difficult to do.
It
But the
is.
cart went down for a little while. But anyway, moving on. I want to talk about the content in the email. How do we know exactly what should be in the emails?
This is good. So we've made this simple. So just get our email bundle. Like that is the one thing I'm proud of, and I'm not afraid to shill it because I have been working hard over the last 3 years to do email marketing for people. We have an agency. We do email marketing for people, and that was people were like, we can't afford to hire you. So we're like, all right, we'll teach it. And then people were still like, yeah, all right, you taught me how to do it, but I still don't have the ideas and the content. Like, oh, fine, we're gonna put them all into a bundle and give it to you. So that's the first thing. Grab that. That's the fastest way to do it. Just choose your 8 emails for the month out of the 200 or so we have as options and make it. Now, in terms of the body of the email, here's where I like to start. I like to have a 3-to-1 ratio of non-promotional emails to promotional email, and a 2-week sprint every month. So
Hmm.
that's 8 emails a month. So what I mean by that, so I want to be building to an offer every 2 weeks at a minimum. So I start with that. So maybe for you it's a luxury candle, or it's maybe candle holders or those little clipper things or something. That is my promotion for this sprint. And that's going to be a
Okay.
dedicated email where it's all about buy, buy, buy. I'm trying to get people to buy. So just imagine a calendar, 2 weeks long. On the 14th day, you put that email. In front of that, you want to have 3 other emails. One the week, that same week, and two the week before. Those 3 emails should be building to that, but not about buying that product. They should be things like social proof, like here's what people are saying about our emails. That could be one, or about our candle or that
Hmm.
promotion. That could be one email. Here's the reasons why you're struggling and need a candle like this, right? Talking
Hmm.
about the problems and pain points. That
Hmm.
should be the very first email. And then a third one could be, and that could be like a blog post you made talking about the problems at this candle. So send out the first half of the blog post as an email. And then for the third one, it could be some other combination of a video that you made or sending them to Instagram to check out, just basically something that's about that product or the pain points, but not telling them to buy. Now, I don't recommend being super info only. We still have a business to run e-commerce wise. So have a product block at the bottom. That's okay. It's a soft call to action is what we call it. The
Hmm.
promotion is a hard call to action. The soft call to action you put at the bottom of the email. So those are your 4 emails every 2 weeks. And if you do that consistently, like you'll have no issues. I do recommend
Hmm.
sometimes if you get the hang of this, do a third email every week. That'll give you 4 more emails a month or 2 more where you can literally be nurturing and engaging your audience and send that out on the weekends, on a weekend day. Because sometimes people are more available on the weekends.
I'm gonna say this. I saw you showed me the emails that you're talking about that are for sale, and they're amazing. Y'all, I'm not saying that because I'm gonna be honest, they weren't amazing to begin with. And then you made them amazing, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So the bundle that he's talking about, the emails that he's talking about that's for sale, they are amazing. And I'm gonna say this: I bought somebody else's because I wanted to compare what you did to
Sure.
what they were doing because the prices were comparable. It was like about $60 or $70 for their email bundle. I was so oh, I almost started cussing. I was so I was so irritated. I'm still thinking about doing a chargeback. I'm still thinking about doing a chargeback for that
For
product that I
theirs,
bought.
not ours. Right.
Hmm. Theirs, not yours.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about doing a chargeback and or contacting them and telling them, listen, if you don't give me my money back, it's gonna be a problem because it was Chat GPT 100%.
Mm.
And I recognized it immediately. It was disorganized. And the way that yours is, it's like it's organized, it's simple to follow. I can go in, I can get those emails, and I can print it off. I incredible.
I love it.
Next
And ours
one.
works well with ChatGPT. Here's the difference because ChatGPT is not a human, it needs human input to
Hmm.
start. So if you start with ChatGPT and then spit out emails, they're going to look like ChatGPT emails. But if you start with
Hmm.
human inspired inspiration, these are
Hmm.
emails that we've made with tens of millions of dollars worth of testing behind them that we know work. And then put those in ChatGPT and say, give me three or four variations.
Hmm.
That's the easiest way to get even better emails than what we even have come up with and make
I,
even more
I
money.
totally agree. Okay, so
Yeah.
how often should we monitor and analyze the email results? What do you think?
This is every time you send, look back at the. So if you're doing my schedule,
Hmm.
that's going to give you 8 to 12 emails a month. So
Hmm.
as every time you send, you're gonna if you're a solopreneur doing this yourself, just take a peek. I log in there almost every day, or at least our email marketers do. Just take a peek how things are going. I don't now.
I
That's
look.
just to see if
I
things are
look once
working.
a week.
I would say once a week for a deep dive. Now, the deep dive is going to be looking into custom reports. So that's just the dashboard. So there's a dashboard there. I want you to make sure that your revenue from email and revenue, the split of flows and campaigns, those numbers are healthy. You want 30% revenue from email. And ideally, if you can get 15%, 50-50 split, 15% from flows, 15% from campaigns, you are killing it. Most people will have like 30%, 29% from campaigns and 1% from flows. So you need to
That's
up
me.
your flow game because that's money to make while you see.
I know we talked about this the last time about my
Yeah,
flows because my pop-up immediately gives you the coupon code
yeah,
so that you're not leaving the website, and so then they go immediately into post purchase, but the post purchase is not really giving me any money because they just bought the thing. So I've been thinking about this a lot and how I'm going to change my welcome series. Wait, just wait. So I got about 3 more minutes. Um,
well, you don't need to change
um,
the welcome series. You need to change your post purchase because you give them the coupon code in your strategy. What we
oh,
talked
that's
about last
right.
week.
Because
Yeah, post purchase. So they
uh,
buy. So they're never going
yeah,
to get your welcome series.
yeah, that's
So
right.
put your
So
welcome
I've
series
been
in your
thinking a
post
lot
purchase.
about it. I've
Yeah.
been thinking a lot about it. I've been thinking a lot about it because
Mhm.
our last call when you literally when you were like your people are never seeing your welcome series. It never I never even thought about it, and I kept looking like why am I not making any money? And I just never thought about it. But that moment like that. It's like still driving me crazy that my post purchase series could have been so much better, and I could have drug it out so much longer so
Yeah.
that it made sense to our customers instead of doing a quick 2 or 3. Like literally, I can make the post purchase email a year long. Like I
Yes.
can literally make it a year long. It's 12 of them to go out monthly so that I know I have at least one touch point with someone that bought my product for the next year, in addition to any other emails that I may be sending out. So I was
Yeah.
like, man, missed opportunity here.
Big time. And you get our email bundle, you'll be able to literally build out an entire year's worth of emails as a flow. We've done
Hmm.
that before. We haven't done a full year, but we've done 6 months where we schedule them out in advance. You can literally make money while you sleep, y'all.
I know, I know. You got me. You got me. You got me. Okay, it's 7:29, so we are at the end. Again, I'm Deshaun Russell. I'm the owner of Southern Elegance Campbell Company, and we do this every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. where we talk
Eastern.
business. And these will be downloaded, shared. I will be posting them on my um I will take out the highlights, post them on my TikTok. I will also upload them to my YouTube and on my Facebook page so that you can watch them on any platform. And I may even pull the sound and do a podcast. We'll talk about that later, how we're gonna do that. But so our 30 minutes are up. Thank you so much, Emmanuel, for
You're
hopping on the
welcome.
call. I look forward to seeing you next week where we start talking about branding, and I love all things branding because it is the foundation that businesses are built on, but it is also the place that a lot of people struggle.
Yeah. And don't forget, if people want to pick up that email bundle, we gave them your audience specifically. We got a coupon code for them, Deshaun VIP, so they can
Hmm.
know. They can get that coupon. And somebody said this is such a good conversation. Thank you, Jillian Skincare. Appreciate that. And
All
we
right.
meet 7 p.m. Eastern time. Just be careful
Yes.
with that.
And
Eastern.
what
I'm
time is it
Pacific
there?
time. 4 p.m.
4 p.m. Okay. Yes. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, and then y'all have to figure out all the rest in between. All right. Thank you, Emmanuel, and I'm gonna download it and send you a copy.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Have a great evening.
Bye.
Bye. I don't even know how to get off of here. In the live now. Yeah, I only